Hello everyone, I'm Fraser2098.
And I'm Sam Eaton TV.
And today we're going to be giving you our overall thoughts and opinions, / maybe this might be a little review of Shokugeki no Soma Season 2 that aired last season in the summer that me and Sam are going to be talking about now. So I know I have a lot to say, but Sam doesn't, so I'm going to let him go first, then I'm going to say my piece, and then we can argue back and forth. So Sam, you go first.
It sucked. It was boring. I don't care about any of the characters. I don't care much about cooking. And most of the presentation in terms of animation and music was bland.
Okay, that's Sam's... let me reiterate. That is Sam's point.
It's the correct point, motherfucker.
Yeah, sure. Here is my opinion of the show. I think it was an amazing show. It adapted the manga very, very well. Some people may have argued that it was maybe a little bit rushed in terms of pacing, but I think the pacing was actually just fine, where they didn't have to overlength the episode, and they still had the cliffhanger bit at the end of the episodes that kept you intrigued and wanting to watch it every single week. I do still love the characters, as I think Soma definitely progressed as a character because, you know, he didn't necessarily do what he wanted. He didn't accomplish what he wanted to accomplish, and that actually kind of left him a little bit, like, not necessarily maybe heartbroken, but it definitely changed his perspective on the way of his cooking and his character development right there. Then we have the side characters who I still love. Like, they're great to watch. Like, Megumi's great, Aldini's great. We got introduced to a new character who, okay, fair enough, maybe you don't have to care about him, but I kind of did. I actually liked seeing his character and, like, what Soma had to do to, like, help this guy. Then I really, really liked the animation. This is just something that caught me. I was like, man, not even just the animation, it's also the art style. Like, I fucking love the art in this. I love the character designs. I love the atmosphere. It's just great to look at, in my opinion. I don't know. I just like looking at these characters because they look good on screen. In terms of music, I fucking loved it. Like, definitely a better intro song. Definitely a better opening song and an ending song. Definitely, those were a huge improvement on the show. Other than that, though, in terms of the music throughout the series, you could definitely tell that when a certain song would come up, it would match that particular moment. So, like, if it was like a tense moment, it'd always be that one tense song you'd hear over and over again in an episode. Or if it was like a revelation, you'd hear that bit. Or if it was like kind of calm and peaceful, you'd hear that bit. Sure, they reuse songs every now and then, but I think that's just most animes nowadays, where they just reuse the song that fits the atmosphere to the episode, and I don't think it ever actually really changes that much. Other than that, though, I love the show. Yeah, it's my favorite, and so is the manga. And now let's talk, Sam, about it. This might be a very quick video now that I'm looking at it. All right, so why don't you like the characters? I thought because like you said that like Soma's always gonna win kind of thing, but he didn't though. That's the thing.
Not that Soma's always going to win, because he obviously didn't, but that he never felt like he thought he could lose. If that made sense. He didn't give a fuck, so I shouldn't give a fuck, kind of thing. But and now that he does give a fuck, it's too late for me to give a fuck. Because they waited too long.
Is that it for you? You're like, oh,
it really is.
The fact that he
lost all of season 1. Throughout most of season 1, he didn't care, and I didn't care. And then when he started caring, it was too late. If he had cared in the beginning, then I might have cared. But I don't, because I don't care about him anymore.
Would you agree with me in that if they did make a season 3, the fact that he does care now, would you change your opinion about him if you did watch a season 3?
If he changed in any significant way, but he hasn't, and I don't think he will.
Okay, straight up he does. But okay, yeah.
No,
he does, because like wait, no, even in this season he changes. Like during when he's with Shinomiya, like near the end, he's like, I've always looked at my cooking at this one way. And I've always had this one dream. Maybe I should actually broaden my dream and broaden my cooking. You know, I'll do what my dad did and explore the world. Because his way of mind was just like, you know, I only need this to go to Yukihiro. I only want to defeat my father and stuff like that. But he has a bigger ambition now. I'd argue that his character definitely changed in season 2.
He did change when I mean change, I don't mean like change his perspective. I mean become different. What I'm trying to say is he's fucking boring and I want someone else to be the main character. That's what I'm saying, basically.
I don't think he's boring at all. I think he's super fun and laid back and like very surpriseful. Like his cooking style is always like, oh yeah, my secret ingredient is like an everyday Japanese snack. Here you go. And I think that's really fun to watch.
Yeah, that would be fine for maybe a couple episodes. Because in the beginning, I liked the show for the first few episodes because it was there. He was fun. He was not interesting, but he was okay to watch. Like I didn't hate the guy, but now I just don't care. He hasn't become interesting to me in any significant way. He's just the same boring guy who does the same things over and over again in every episode, and for 2 seasons now, and I can't stomach it anymore.
But that's his gimmick. Every like Shonen Jump character, or like any shonen you'll see, will have that
and
one
that's why
gimmick,
most of
right?
them suck.
Like, yeah, but like that's just your perspective. Like you're not a huge fan of shonen. Like the only shonen I can think of that you actually do like would be like, again, Kuroko no Basketball. But like that's really about it. I can't really think of any other shonen piece you've watched that.
What?
Oh no, Full Metal. So
you
are
like,
you saying that's a lie.
It's my fault that he's terrible?
No, I'm just saying you're not a very open-minded person. Because like you'll always get people who are like, I hate shonen, or
I'm down to like whatever.
I
don't hate any genre in particular. I just keep finding. I don't hate shonen, but I just keep finding shonen I don't like. That doesn't mean I hate all shonen. Obviously, I don't. It just means there's a significant portion of shonen that doesn't interest me.
No, that's fair. No, that's fair. That's fair to say. Okay, I just like to know what your perspective on shonen in a whole was. So just to recap, you're basically saying that if there's an interesting one, I'll like it. If there's not, and it's just generic.
Yeah, odds are if it's a shonen, I won't even notice. I barely know what genres are in anime. I just don't.
That's fair enough, my boy. Okay, so that's character. Okay, in terms of animation, I'm not letting you have that. I think the animation was really good in this.
I'm prepared to give you that because what I was basing that on was because I'm not gonna lie, my patience with this season was pretty low. I stopped paying attention pretty early on. As in, I wasn't looking at fine details. I was just like getting most things through osmosis, basically. So at no point did the animation stand out to me. It might be good, but to me, it wasn't. At no point did I look at the screen and go like, "Oh shit, this looks good." It was just the same level of not caring.
No, I get it. There are some shows that you just gotta kind of power through it, and like you don't really care what happens.
Yeah, and that was
as long
the same
as you
with the
finish
music
it.
as well. Like, I'm not saying the music's terrible. I'm just saying nothing stood out. And when nothing stands out in a pile of things that don't stand out, everything kind of blends into below average for me. So there could be like legitimately great music, and I wouldn't notice.
Yes, okay, that's fair enough to say for you. I'll let you have that. So it's just mainly due to the fact that your tolerance for the show is very low, that you just started to like.
I was not interested in either the characters or the situations they were put in. So all the ancillary stuff of the animation, music, pacing and stuff like that, I just did not put any kind of mind to it.
I see. Let's see. So we talked about animation, music. What about the story in this season? Where they had to do like a competitive 1v1 of people and like, stuff like that. What do you think about the story actually?
Same as everything else. I just didn't care. The story is only as good as the characters are.
I thought it was interesting.
A show like this.
What about the character that had like 99 knives because he battled like 99 people and didn't lose? Like he'd take your cooking style and improve it by like that one step. What do you think of that story piece? I think that was really good.
The idea of that's interesting. Like someone who can just basically copy everyone else's not ability, but like the blonde dude from Kuroko no Basket, just take someone else's idea and then make it better.
That's interesting.
But it wasn't like a saving grace in any way.
Oh yeah, no, but it was an interesting.
Yeah, it was a good idea,
to it. And I like that Soma. Yeah, I like that Soma was this guy who was like, well, I beat you, but the whole point about me beating you is the fact that you need to find your own cooking style, not copy others. And then like everybody else got their knives back and stuff. Although I will. I don't know if you listened to the part, but like where he said like I'll stop being a chef. I was like, okay, I know he's not gonna lose. Kind of like obviously he's not gonna lose this quickly in the series. I get it, but So I wasn't really surprised about that. But it was just the execution of how they did it really that made me interested in it. It's like, okay, well, how's he gonna beat this guy? It's like, oh, he beat it like this, because like he just basically did like this kind of off the cuff thing, but he was thinking about it as he went along. Like he was planning it when he was cooking it. So I think that was pretty interesting. What do you think about the guy who won the tournament?
Don't have any strong opinions either way, really. Yeah, I just
Really?
don't.
Why?
Bear in mind, we're talking at the end of the series, so my attention span at this point is pretty low.
I see.
The thing with this show is that I don't like talking about it because I find it useless to talk about shows where I don't have a strong opinion towards, and this show is just nothing to me. Like, I'll forget about this season, I almost said in 10 minutes, but I've forgotten most of the season already, and it ended a couple of weeks ago.
That is also true, yes.
But I get why people like the show. It's just nothing about it's interesting to me, and I can't pay attention to it.
Okay, one thing that I do hate people when they describe the show to other people, which might turn them off from watching it. It's like, oh, it's food porn, the anime. It's like, can you not say that when you describe this show? Because there's other aspects to it that are just not just food porn. Like in the beginning, it was okay, right, to say it, because like season 1, okay, it was just that, but like it's so much more than that, in my opinion. It's so much.
I would
more than
argue
just food porn, the anime.
Calling it food porn, the anime is pretty fucking accurate, because every like viewpoint I've heard of people who like the show, they always mention that they love cooking and they love food and shit like that. That's all, because I'm sure if I liked cooking, I'd be more lenient towards the show, but I don't give a fuck. I'll eat whatever. So when a show comes around where it's all about cooking, I don't care about the cooking. Unless they could make it interesting, which to me they didn't. But to anyone else, I'm sure it'll be fine.
But I don't think it's just food porn, the anime. I think it's so much more than just that. Like I try to get my friend to read volume 1 of the manga, and if she's like listening to this little podcast, hey, how you doing? This isn't directly at you. It's just kind of like maybe what other people think as well.
Damage control.
Don't beat me up. So like, okay, so I gave her I have to, because like I know there's gonna be one asshole friend of mine watching this that's gonna be like, he said this about you, and like make it out of context or shit like that. So anyways, I gave her volume 1 of the manga, and she could not read the rest, and I think I asked her why, and she straight up said it's NSFW.
Okay.
Like it is.
I mean, you can't argue with that.
It is not. I'm not arguing with it, but I'm saying, like, if she can't handle that kind of thing, she really cannot handle.
You can't handle anime at that point.
If it's anime and manga,
you just have to avoid Japan.
You can't handle anime. We made her watch all of Black Butler, right? And like all the certain moments, she'd be like, "That's NSFW," and I was like, yeah, it's anime.
What did she think of the cool
done
scene from, I think it was season 2?
I don't even know. I think she just really hated that. I think she genuinely was like, am I put on hell? Like, I was always a good girl. What is this? Why am I here? And I'm like, well, that was the weirdest shit. She liked Book of Murder because like it wasn't anything too bad, if I'm being honest. Book of Circus, she liked my boy Joker, so I was happy about that. But yeah, I can understand why certain people, you know, might not like this, because it is very promiscuous. It's very, you know, kind of itchy. There's not moments. Really, like, it's okay. There's moments, but I don't think it's to the extreme that I'm gonna be like, well, I'm not gonna let like a 14-year-old read this, because a 14-year-old probably already knows what porn is, if I'm being honest. So it doesn't matter. Yes, straight up would recommend this to anybody. It is a bit ecchi. But that's just me. And then, alright, well, can you think of any other recommendations you can give that are similar to Food Wars that are better?
I guess just sports anime. Because it's got the beats of a sports anime, it's just not about sports, it's about food. So I guess Kuroko no Basket, because it's the only one I've watched.
Straight up Kuroko no Basket? Straight up, if you want like a nice sports show that has a competition with people, Kuroko no Basket is a really good one. Another good one that I can think of. I'm trying to think of a really good food related.
I don't even know if I've seen any other food related. I know there's a lot of food related shows out there. I just don't tend to watch them.
Yeah, that's true. We don't usually. I don't know. Toriko. I haven't watched Toriko, but I hear that's decent. It's just like some guy finding exotic foods around the world and beating them up and
Beating
eating
them
at
up?
the end of the day. Well, yeah, because if you see a massive giant ash attacking
What the
fish, a vicious fish, you're gonna want to kill it and then cook it and then eat it, kind of thing. I don't know. I haven't read it. I don't give a fuck. In terms of sports though, that has like wacky zany. No, sorry. In terms of like really good art that's like in a sports related show, I recommend Air Gear. Maybe not the anime because the anime is a bit outdated, but I do recommend the manga if you want something like that that's really fun and also very much so promiscuous with its characters. But yeah, I also recommend that. Alright, so that has been our final thoughts and opinions of Shokugeki no Soma as a whole until they probably make a season 3, and if they do, we are definitely going to be watching it. I know I'm going to be forcing Sam
There's
to watch
literally
it,
no
video
point
on
in
it.
making me watch it because everything I said in this video, I'm going to say about season 3, probably.
It'll be good. It'll be good. Honest to God, if they do make a season 3 and they adapt what I think they're going to be adapting, it'll be good. Honest to God, straight up amazing.
If my
You'll
opinion
like it,
is the same,
up.
can you take the audio from this episode and put it into that video and just act like nothing's happened?
I'll just replace every time you say season 2, and I'll just get you to dub it with season 3.
It's really obvious dubbing as well. Season 3.
It's really obvious dub. I might do. Sure. If you have the exact same opinion. Holy shit. Anyways, link in description below to our MAL where you can see the scores that we gave. And if you want to go either complain to me for liking it too much, for being too much of a fanboy, or complain to Sam for...
Let them come.
Yeah, or complain to Sam. It's like the Joker scene from The Dark Knight where it was like, hit me. Hit me! So if you want to go complain to Sam, his MAL is there so you can see both of our scores that we gave it. I think it's pretty obvious kind of what ranges we gave it, but if not, go check out our MALs. That's self-promotion there. Also, check out Sam's channel, who currently is working on other projects. Other projects that we might be doing later. Maybe. I don't know. We have a lot of other podcasts there, so it's pretty good. And then, obviously, subscribe to my channel where you can see good anime-related content, as I'll be talking about the new fall 2016 anime season. And I'm already talking about 2 shows, of which maybe one of them is okay and the other one is a bit edgy. But apart from that, I have been your host, Fraser2198.
I've been Sammy in TV.
And we shall see you in the next season. Bye, guys.
Bye.